Hey guys, this is Comic and today I'm doing a topic on the most anticipated comics for 2020. So I did a video like this last year, had a lot of fun doing it, and kind of watched last year's video to see what books I ended up liking, which ones I didn't, and which ones came out later in the year. So it's kind of cool just to have a look back for myself as well. Little disclaimer, if you watch my top 10 2019 video, I'm filming this the same day, and I have a cold, so I'm sorry about that. But other than that, let's get started. Number 10 for me is Gwen Stacy. Just Gwen Stacy. This is regular Gwen, and it's a mini-series, and it looks Archie-esque because, this is a version of Gwen that doesn't have superpowers. I mean, I feel like it's kind of weird that we're getting a Gwen series, but that's also why I'm really excited about it. It's like, what can you do with this version of the character? And also, as a Spider-Man fan, I think it would be kind of interesting to see Gwen past the love interest and just see her as a character. And obviously, we've seen that with Ghost Spider, but in Spider-Gwen, that's a different character. This is the actual 616 Gwen Stacy, and to see her as an individual and have her own series, I think is going to be really cool. So, looking forward to that. Number 9 for me is The Flash issue 750. So this is the only one that's like a series that's going on right now, because I really tried just doing new series, because I could be like Jane Foster, I've been really liking that. I wanted to do new titles coming out in 2020, and The Flash, just because it's a new direction, and I would say event for the series, is the reason why I put it on the list. And I have not been reading The Flash in a while. I picked it up with the button for a while, and then it kind of lost me again. But with this, to have the Flash family again, and hopefully changes to the series, excites me, and I'm a big Jessie Quick fan, so I'd like to see her. So that's my number 9. Moving on to number 8 is Spider-Woman, Jessica Drew. So the last Spider-Woman series, I absolutely loved. I loved how it grounded Jessica. I love the relationships that she ended up making. The artwork was really good, and I'm just curious to see where they're going to take the character, and if it's going to be similar to her Avengers-style book, the Bendis stuff, or will it continue what Dennis Hopeless was trying to do with the character? I hope the latter, but we'll see. We'll see why, or maybe doing their own thing as well. So we'll see what direction they end up taking. Number 7 for me is AntMan. This would have been higher. I just don't know how much Cassie's going to be in it, and that's why I'm excited for it, is that issue 1 does show that Cassie is going to be in the series, and it seems like she's going to have a big part, and that she's going to be Stinger, so yeah, excited for this. But as a Scott fan, I'm also excited just to see Ant-Man back and having a series back in the spotlight. I loved the previous Ant-Man series, so we'll see where it goes, and hopefully Stinger and Scott have a good relationship with each other. Moving on to number 6, which is a DC title, and that is Strange Adventures. So I really enjoyed Mr. Miracle and obviously Vision and a lot of Tom King's series where he didn't focus on the main A characters, bringing light to characters that, we don't really get to see that often. And obviously that's Adam Strange. I was going to say Doctor Strange. Adam Strange, I don't know anything about, and I'm really excited to see his take on the character and what themes he's going to have with this title. Obviously, he has a really good art team as well. So, yeah, I'm just really interested to see if this is going to be another Mr. Miracle. So, that's my number 6. Moving on to number 5, which is just a 2-issue series, but I'm excited for this character to come back, and that is Pepper Potts. She's getting a mini-series for the Iron Man 2020, or whatever it's called, event, and it's Pepper, seeing what she's done, and without Tony, she's been on her own, and her going back to the rescue suit. And we don't really get to see Pepper as rescued too much in the comics as of recently. I think since Tom Taylor's run of Iron Man, we have not seen Pepper Potts. So I'm really excited to see what she's been up to, because I really like the character. Moving on to number 4, which is an Image Comics title, and that is Paul is Dead. I am a huge Beatles fan, so I am very, very excited for this title, and I've always enjoyed this conspiracy. If you guys don't know what it is, it's that some fans believe that Paul died during the production of Sgt. Pepper's, and the Beatles were like, the management was like, hey, we can't have Paul dead, let's replace him. And all the rest of their albums and songs have all tried to leak in that Paul was dead and they were mourning for him, and that's the story, is like, is he dead or alive? And this takes that conspiracy and shows that it's real, or in the story it's real, and the Beatles have to be detectives, and try to figure out Paul's death and what ended up happening. So as a Beatles fan, I'm really excited for this book, and I love when comics can instill music and anything related to music, something that you could hear visually, so I'm very excited for that book. Moving on to number 3, which is, I believe, a one-shot, but technically a series, and that is Marvel Giant Size, Jean Grey and Emma Frost. Like, that's the particular issue I'm excited for. Yo, after reading X-Men, I am so excited to see more of the cattiness that is Jean Grey and Emma. And I've said this on Comic Book Weekly before, but as I get older, I just appreciate Emma more and more. Like, as a kid, I hated her. I'm like, why is she so sassy? I don't like her. And then that sass just grew with me, and I absolutely adore Emma Frost, so I'm just excited to see the cattiness between the two, or not so much cattiness. Like, I'm just excited to see what they're gonna bring after all their dramas. So yes, and also the creative team. You got Russell Doterman, who did Thor with Jason Aaron. Obviously did that series together, so I love his artwork, and just really excited for this issue. And also just to see what the rest of the Marvel Giants have to bring and why we're getting this series as a whole. Moving on to number 2, it's another one-shot, and that is Robin's anniversary issue. And yeah, I mean, anniversary issues, they're a little tough because you don't know how many short stories are going to be in it and, like, what the format is. I think Marvel Comics issue 1000 did it perfectly. So I'm really excited to see what Robin will do, because I am a Batman fan, especially a Bat Family fan, and cough cough, huge Stephanie Brown fan. And in this list, it's included that Steph will be there, and she was Robin for 5 minutes, and I would like to see her celebrated. So yes, I am excited not just for the Robin anniversary issue. I'm really just excited for the one page we know that Stephanie's got to get. So very excited for that, and that is number 2 for me. Moving on to number 1, which is Heavy Vinyl Y2K0, I think it is, or O, and that is the sequel of Heavy Vinyl. And I love that miniseries to death. Again, going back to the music aspect, I enjoy that there is a book driven by music, but I just like our main lead a lot too, and how infectious she was, and I just want to see this story continue. I think it left us on a really good cliffhanger, and then exploring Y2K in the 90s through music, I think it's going to be really cool. And it's interesting how they're releasing this. So it's going to be a graphic novel format, but first, and hopefully soon, it's going to be released on Tapas, so the webcomic, so you can read it individually there and then get the graphic novel. The graphic novel, I believe, comes out like March or so I hope that Tapas is doing the issues soon, but definitely getting the graphic novel overall, and just really excited for that book. So that's my number 1. Let me know in the comments below, what are your most anticipated comics for 2020 as of March, I guess, because that's what we know of the solicits. Of course, there's going to be more comics that come out, but hopefully you guys enjoy. This is Comic Uno. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Go check out my comics like Father Like Daughter and They Call Her the Dancer. And every Tuesday is Comic Book Weekly on Comic Frontline, and that is 10 p.m. Eastern, and we talk about our favorite comics and comic book news. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Bye.